Hey everyone, today we're going to be creating a traffic light project with LEDs for Arduino. It's 3 steps. The first, we're going to create the circuit, then we're going to write the code, then we're going to take that code and upload it to the Arduino and run it. Let's get started. Alright, so to build our traffic light circuit, we need 3 LEDs, a red, yellow, and green, and we need 3 resistors, each one somewhere between 220 and 350 ohms each. Okay, so to get started, let's put our LEDs on the breadboard, red, yellow, and green. And then let's go ahead and make a circuit for each LED. So we're going to use pins 13, 12, and 11 for red, yellow, and green. So we're going to take a wire from pin 13 up to the positive side of red, and the positive side is the bent side, also called the anode. We're going to connect that, and we'll make the wire red so we know it's positive. And then we want the current to flow up through and through a resistor. Because if you go straight from here through the LED and back into ground, it'll either blow up or it won't. The LED won't last nearly as long without the resistor. So you need the resistor. It flows through the resistor, comes here, and then we're going to go from here into this negative bar here. And this bar, you see all these green dots, it's connected. So we're going to take each negative side of each LED and attach it to this bar, and then we're going to feed this bar into ground. So let's change that to black, and then we'll do the same thing for each LED. So rinse and repeat. 12 to the positive side of yellow, make that red, add the resistor to the negative side, and send the negative side into this bar here. Same thing with green, 11 to the positive side. And then it goes through into the negative side, which goes to the resistor, into this bar, and flows into the, we'll put it here, the negative terminal. And then this whole negative side here is going to go into ground. All right, and that's the circuit for our traffic light. Let's go into the code. Okay, so to code our traffic light circuit, go ahead and open up your Arduino IDE, and if it already has code in it, you can click File, New, to start a new sketch. And you're going to have a screen like this, and then above our setup, we're going to declare each of these pin numbers for the LEDs as variables. It's just going to be a little easier to read. So what I mean by that is we're going to do int red equals 13, and that's going to be the red LED. And it's an integer because we're talking about, if you look above my head there, the positive wire from the red LED is attached to pin 13. So that's where we're getting that from. And 13 is an integer. If it were like 13.1, which it couldn't be, but if it was, then it wouldn't be an integer, it might be a float. But so integer, and our variable is called red, and we're storing 13 inside of that red variable. And we're going to do the same thing for yellow and green. So int yellow equals 12. You'll notice the positive wire for yellow above my head is attached to pin 12. Int green equals 11. Same thing for green. And then inside of our setup, we're going to set each of these pins as outputs. So we can do pin mode, and that's going to be red, and output. And then you're going to do the same thing for yellow and green. These are all outputs. Pin mode, yellow, output. Now, if we were collecting data or something, these would be inputs, but we're not, so output's green. Okay, so we've declared that these 3 pins are going to be outputs, and you're going to start noticing that using this variable instead of the number is a lot more clear down here when trying to figure out what color goes to what pin. And then once we have those, we're going to go inside of our loop. And the first thing we need to do is we need to turn on the red light. We're going to start with the red light, then go to the yellow, then the green. So we can say digital. This is how we turn an LED on, digital, right? And we want to write to the red, and we're going to turn it on. So high, turn the red LED on. And then we're going to wait for, let's say, 2 seconds. So delay, 2000 milliseconds, which is the same as 2 seconds. And then we're going to turn the red LED off, and we're going to turn the yellow LED on. So we can do digital, right, red, and off is low. And then we want to turn yellow on, so digital, right? Yellow, high. Now, yellow lights usually last shorter than green lights and red lights, so we're going to give 1,000 milliseconds or 1 second between the yellow light being on and off. So we can do delay, 1,000. And then we're going to do digital, right? We're going to turn yellow off, yellow low, and then we're going to turn green on. So digital, right? Green, high. And then after 2 more seconds, we're going to turn green off and we're going to turn red back on. So we can do delay, 2,000 milliseconds or 2 seconds. And now we need to turn green off. So digital, right? Green, low. And red is already being turned on up here, right? So when we get to here, we turn green off, it immediately jumps back to the top of this loop and we'll turn red back on. So that's it for our code for a traffic circuit. Let's review it one more time and then we will connect our Arduino. So we have 3 integers here. We're setting the variable red to 13, yellow to 12, green to 11. Now we're saying, hey, all these are going to be outputs. Now we turn the red light on, wait 2 seconds, red off, yellow on, wait 1 second, yellow off, green on, wait 2 seconds, green off, red on, and it just continues the cycle over and over and over again like a traffic light. All right, so we'll see you in the next video where we connect the Arduino. All right, now that we have our code written and our circuit made, we're going to click the checkbox in the upper left corner to compile our code and make sure it's good to go. And once it says done compiling, then we can click the arrow button to upload it to our Arduino. Make sure your Arduino is plugged into your computer. And once it's uploaded, it'll start running the program. Now we have our red light, yellow light, green light. All right, so that's the results of this project. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.